Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica, aka Little Miss Skin Expert. In today's video, it's all about skincare. I wanted to share with you guys all of my current faves and everything that I use before I do any kind of makeup look. And so hopefully you guys find this very, very helpful. I know that for me, like when I first started out doing my own makeup and I was suffering from skin concerns, I didn't have anybody to go to and I didn't have anybody to ask questions to. So I thought I would create this video for you guys, for those of you who are in that same category and maybe even are just interested in like what it is that I'm using right now. So without further ado, let's get started. So starting with my face, the thing that I like to work on, of course, is my skin. I need to prep it before any great makeup application can happen. So what I do is I like to tone my skin first. And what the toner is going to do is help create the pH level of my skin to be less like dry. Like I'm currently dry right now because I use more of an alkaline kind of cleanser, and like for example, like a foaming cleanser will be a little bit more on the alkaline side, whereas a moisturizing, more liquidy, or a moisturizing kind of cleanser is going to be a lot less alkaline. But I feel very taut right now, so I do need to kind of create my skin, the base of the skin to be less taut. So let's talk about the toner. So the current toner that I am really loving right now is this one by Paula's Choice. This is the Skin Balancing Pore Reducing Toner. What I particularly love about this is that it does remove any traces of makeup that I've left behind from cleansing. And I also like the fact that like, I feel like it's picking up a lot of grime. I do like to use cotton rounds versus like a cotton ball because I feel like with the cotton round, it saturates it really evenly onto the round, and then I can really get into the surface and apply it to the skin a lot better. So just going over my skin right now with the toner. This is going to help remove any leftover cleanser. It helps shrink the pore size temporarily. It also it can be hydrating for those of you who might be like oily. A toner can have certain humectants ingredients in there, like glycerin, and that can be just enough for you to be hydrated. You know, because oily skin, you don't want to pack on more oil, so you don't want to pack on a product that has emollients in there that's going to create just a oily mess. So for me, and that's one of the things I want to also tell you guys, is that I don't moisturize heavily during the day because it creates too much oiliness in my skin. So I basically like will take a moisturizer and only apply it in the areas that are dry as needed. So that doesn't mean all over the face. Another thing that I like about this particular toner is that it has, it's lightweight, so I don't feel like it's leaving like any kind of residue on my skin. And that's really important for when you're putting on like your foundation. The last thing you want is residue, because then you just feel, I don't know, dirty, and I don't want to feel that way. So, you know, when I talk about what are the 3 things you should have in your skincare routine, it should be a water-soluble cleanser, it should be an exfoliant, and it should be skin protectant. So yes, a toner is not in like necessary, but if you were my client, I would tell you, yes, you do need a toner. I don't feel that the cleansers, well, I mean, a really good formulated cleanser is going to clean the skin, yes, but I just feel like you're adding more bonuses to your skin by having a toner added to your skincare routine. The next product that I'm going to talk about is a fan favorite. I love this one. I've been using it since 2006, I think. That's when I first discovered Paula's Choice, and this was the first product I ever picked up because I was suffering from acne and I was suffering from blackheads, and I had sensitivity, so it was like very frustrating for me to have all this happening to my skin and then putting my makeup on and it just not looking good. So what this guy does is it's a leave-on exfoliant, and it's a beta hydroxy acid. So what the beta hydroxy acid does is it goes and penetrates into the skin and helps dissolve any blackheads. It helps reduce any inflammation, and it also will help heal the pimples. So it's been a huge favorite of mine. There's no fragrance in this guy. It actually has the beta hydroxy acid, which is salicylic acid, and it has green tea in there. And so green tea, for some reason, is really great on my skin. So as you could tell, I am pretty fair. And when my skin is kind of mad at me, I know, because I'm usually like red in this area. I'm red around the nose, but that's common for women because of your hormones. And so I just have had really great luck with this guy. Now, if you guys are allergic to aspirin, you probably shouldn't use a beta hydroxy acid. And the reason for that is because salicylic acid is usually derived from an aspirin. So that wouldn't be a good thing for you. But there are alternative kind of exfoliants that are leave-on by her. The alpha hydroxy acid would be the other one that I would recommend. So the way I use this is a couple of ways, but I'm gonna use it on my cotton round today. So I just take a cotton round and then I really focus it first in the T-zone. And then I kind of just spread it around the face. You do want to avoid kind of like putting it on the lips. You just want to go around the lip area, because you do get blackheads right in that area. That's just because you have hair follicles and pores in that area, so you do want to do that. And I go over my brows too, because I actually get breakouts in my brows, which is so weird, but that's how my skin goes. So I have to treat it the way it is right now versus the way it was yesterday. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you guys enough how much I love this new product by Paula's Choice. This is the Antioxidant Pore Purifier. This has really changed my skin in so many ways. One thing I've noticed is the texture looking a lot smoother, but I also have noticed a little bit of brightness going on in my complexion, so it looks a little bit more even toned. But what this does is it actually neutralizes the pollutants that are in the air and in the environment, and we are surrounded by that. And we want to do that because those pollutants actually over time will cause damage to the skin, and it will also cause aging. So anything with antioxidants built in the product is going to be very helpful to neutralize and kill all that stuff and protect your skin. It's just like, think of it as your diet. Like when you're adding antioxidants into your diet, you're killing all the free radicals, and it's cancer fighters, so it's good. And so this is definitely, I'm a huge fan of it. It's like a gel consistency, so I usually actually add it to a moisturizer, but I'm just going to show you guys the texture of it. You only need about 2 to 3 drops. That's a good amount right there. And what I do is then tap it into the skin. It's a good way not to waste your product too, is to tap it on first. And I'm just really focusing it mainly in the T-zone, but then I'll spread it around. But the main areas I want it in are the T-zone. So I'm just rubbing that in. Like that. The very last step is my sunscreen. So I do use a mineral-based sunscreen because it does so well on my skin. I have a lot of redness, like I've explained to you guys. I suffer from even breakouts. I suffer from sensitivity. And so I use this one. This one is called the Calm Mineral Moisturizer by Paula's Choice. And it is for normal to oily skin. They also created one for normal to dry skin, but I just picked the one that's normal to oily. I feel like that's plenty of hydration that my skin gets from this guy. But titanium dioxide as well as zinc oxide are 2 minerals, but I love zinc. Zinc is considered an anti-inflammatory, but it's also considered an antioxidant. So I'm like, wow, that's good. So I like this one because I can also use it around my eyes. So I use about this much. You know, you do kind of want to go a little generous with sunscreen. Now, I am going to tell you guys, if you guys are more on the deeper complexion side, this is going to leave a white cast. So you really have to just give it some time to absorb into the skin. And I actually will go around the eye as well. And it takes me a minute as well to get it absorbed. But this is what I do to get my skin in a happy place. And I'm protecting it from the sun because 90% of the aging process is due to the sun. Now, if you're using like an eye cream or an eye gel, this would be the time to use it as well. I don't use an eye cream because I have such sensitive eyes that I really have been limited to certain eye creams and gels. The one that I've been really liking, but I'm out of right now, is Dennis Gross. He makes a really great ferulic, I think it's ferulic acid, that's in his gel. And I haven't had any issues or irritation with it, and there's no like added fragrance to it. So that is one that I would recommend. My husband really likes Paula's Choice, the gel. I think he likes the little wand, and he likes that it's not greasy feeling because he's not a makeup wearer. So it's like, to get him to wear anything and to use something, it's like you got to make it easy. So it is one of those products that it's very easy to use. But anyhow, that is my skincare, and that's how I prep my skin before any makeup application. I'm just gonna kind of let you guys see my skin close up. You guys, Paula's Choice, it's awesome. It works so great, and I feel like there are so many people that can use it without having any issues, and they have a great return policy, so don't worry about that. It's more about like finding the right product that is designed for your skin. And remember to treat the skin you have today versus yesterday. One of the things too that I wanted to emphasize is that before I put my makeup on, I usually wait about like 15-20 minutes, and then I start the process of applying my makeup. I don't like to put it on right away because I really want these ingredients to just be able to penetrate into the skin a little bit longer. So it's not that it's going anywhere, because it's not. It's once it's applied to the skin, that's it. But I do like to do that before any of my makeup routine begins. So I wanted to tell you guys that in case that's something you guys might want to consider doing in your routine. I'll zoom in. Well guys, that completes the skincare recommends and my current faves. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I guess I will see you guys in the next one. And let me know in the comments below if you guys are going to pick anything up. I do have a affiliate code listed below if you guys are interested in any of the Paula's Choice products. See ya.
I know, don't wear a stocking.
It's not the best you can do.
What's the name of him? What is the name of this?
Stormbreaker.
Yes. And what's his name?
Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And Odin.
He's the Odin son, huh?
He's the Odin son.
Aww.